and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you guys are new here. Hey y'all. So in today's video, y'all, I am going to be doing an overall experience video from working at Amazon. Someone commented in the comments saying that I should talk about my overall experience working at Amazon. So today, that's what I am going to do for y'all. I'm going to start from the beginning, y'all, from the application process. The application process is extremely easy. You literally go on the website, put in your city or your zip code, search up the jobs in that area, and then like a list of them will pop up. It takes less than literally 5 minutes to complete the application. Upon completing the application, you pretty much already have the job. They're going to give you a contingent offer. The contingent offer is contingent upon you passing a background check and a drug test. That's it. Now it's time for your new hire appointment, right? You schedule the time that you want to come in. They're going to have you bring like 2 forms of identification. It could be like your passport or your driver's license. You're going to go up to the desk. They're going to take all your documentation. They're going to go over the position that you applied for. They are going to take a picture of you for your ID. And then after that, they're going to take you to a room where you have to do a drug test. The drug test, y'all, take about like 10 minutes. That is done. You're going to go back to the front. You're going to confirm a few things to get like your background check started. And then like you're good to go, right? So your part is done. You're just pretty much waiting for your results to come back. My background check came back like, I feel like it was like the next day or the day of. And it was like, you're good. But the drug test took 48 hours. So once your results come back completed and positive, like everything is good, they're going to get an email and it's going to say, congratulations, you have officially been hired at Amazon. You're an Amazonian. On to the next step, y'all, which is My Docs. Like, it's like a whole bunch of documentation, the policies, the stuff you got to read through. You know how the company has all the policies. So pretty much you're just reading through all the information, submitting, consenting, you read it, you understood. They also allow you now to buy shoes prior to working. There's going to be a link that you can click to order shoes. They are for free, y'all. When I first started working at Amazon last time, the composite shoes wasn't a requirement. Now you have to have a composite shoe. So they make sure that you have time to order them before you start. So I completed all the documentation, I ordered my shoes. Now you're just waiting for your start date. So they want to come, y'all. They are going to give you guys the address, the time, and everything and where to be. So you show up at the front area where the security is or whatever, and then they are going to come out and give you your IDs. They're going to verify information, of course, and then give you your IDs. Then you're going to walk back to wherever like the training is going to be taking place, and then y'all are going to complete training all day. Day 2 came around, that's when we start our hands-on training. Day 2 and day 3, y'all, we are pretty much learning our job. We're working hand in hand with the learning ambassador because they're actually training us our job. They're showing us around the facility as well, but we are actually doing our job. So this is the first day of hands-on training. So day 2 and day 3, expect that full shifts, hands-on training. Now day 4 is when they kind of just let you on your own, pretty much. You on your own, but of course if you need help, they are going to help you. So don't get scared. By day 4, you pretty much gonna know the basic stuff. I was in pack, so I knew like the regular basic packing. So they have in Amazon what's called an and when you work in a packing station, right? So we have red, green, and I want to say is it blue? Red, green, blue, or red, green, yellow. I don't know, but I know when you need help, you gotta press the red button, and then it makes this noise. It's like, and the noise is so fucking annoying that somebody gonna want to hurry up and want to help you because that noise be like driving people crazy. Everybody start looking around like, oh God, what's going on? So if you need any help, press that red and down, then they're gonna come over and help you. Now I'm speaking about pack. Now picking, I don't know, picking because you be walking all over the place, you be all over. It's probably harder to get help. Packers, we are at our station, so it's easier for like, you know, help to come to us easily. So if you're picker or somewhere else, I'm sorry. So day 1 is going to be all classroom. Day 2 and day 3 is when you're going to start your hands-on training, supervised with a learning ambassador readily available for you. And day 4, they're kind of going to like give you your time on your own to actually do the job. Now we are getting into my experience working at Amazon. Y'all, I don't know, I feel like I may have just gotten lucky at my facility and with my position and everything because my experience was not bad. Like before I started working at Amazon, I would watch so many videos and people would be like, oh my God, that shit is, I hate it. Oh my God, this is miserable. I can't do this. I can't. And I was like, damn. But after like my first 2 weeks, y'all, I was like, this is easy as hell. Now my feet was hurting and my knees and my back was hurting. But I was like, this is easy. The thing about Amazon, y'all, is the work is easy. It's just time consuming. Like it's 10 hours on your feet walking around or just standing in one spot still. Like that starts to take a toll on your body, and sometimes you're meant to. That's why some people don't stay there that long. And then on top of that, like, you're not supposed to wear headphones in a warehouse. And where I was at in the pack, they would play music only when we went on our break. Throughout most of our shift, like, we weren't listening to any music or anything. It was just kind of like, you just hear machines and people packing. And sometimes that shit can get like a little depressing, honestly. But it also can be therapeutic. It was therapeutic for me. Like how people can watch people actually pack and they find it therapeutic. It's the same way when you're actually packing. So yeah, it was kind of therapeutic for me. I liked it at first, but then after a while, it just becomes so repetitive. You start to feel like a goddamn robot. Like, it's so repetitive and boring, which is why, y'all. So let me say, so when you first start working at Amazon and they give you your job, you are supposed to pretty much do that one job for at least, I think they said 2 weeks. For me though, like, being that I guess I was moving really, really fast and I was learning really quick, they started training me on other stuff, y'all, like after a week and a half. In pack, you have single totes is when you pack one item per box. Next, you'll probably learn multis is when you pack multiple items in one box. Then third, which I think this is really, really easy, and I feel like most people probably will do this within like 2 weeks. And it's water spider, y'all. It's called water spider, and that's pretty much when you stock up all the boxes and all the supplies people need at their station. Slam is when you pretty much watch the boxes on the conveyor belt and making sure that they don't jam and it keeps flowing like it's supposed to. So you're literally standing there watching boxes to make sure that they're properly flowing. And then when it jams, jam is another function. Jam is pretty much also when you like fix kick out. Then we have problem solve. Yeah, problem solve is what it sounds like. When a problem arises or someone needs help, more than likely the problem solver is going to come and help you and assist you with that package or that item. Then you have rebend. Rebenders fill up the multi-carts, and then that's how they get to us. Those are all of the functions that I did that I was familiar with. And I'm telling y'all, by the time I finished my second week at Amazon, I knew like 5 of them. Problem solving, I want to say I learned that like 3 weeks in. But I didn't really do too much problem solving. They literally trained me like twice, and then that was it. And I was kind of irritated because I actually wanted to do problem solve, but they was moving me around so much to the point where I couldn't stay in one spot long enough to really like master that section before moving on to do something else. Like, they just kept moving me around. So I was just like, whatever. Be open-minded and be willing to learn different areas. Otherwise, you will literally be bored as hell doing the same thing every single day. One day they asked us, like, who wants to be trained on pick and who wants to be trained on stove? And I was like, shit, let me do it. I want to learn something else, because when I come in, I don't want to always pack. Like, I like when they mix me up and they throw me in different areas. So I learned how to pick, and I absolutely like pick. I love pick because I was always moving. I can't stay still for too long. So for me, constantly walking is good for me. And then on top of that, it was like fitness. It's like I was working out. So I really enjoyed it. And we was going up and down stairs, and I like that aspect of it. Y'all, I pretty much stayed to myself. Like, I would literally come in there, I would check the board, see what station I'm at, go to my station, and I'll be working there. I'll say hey to a few people, but other than that, I'll be at my station packing. Or if they need, or sometimes they'll be like, hey, can you go over to pick? They need help. I'll be over there and pick. Or they be like, okay, you can go upstairs and do slam. We need somebody upstairs and slam. Okay, can you go rebend? All right. Like, that's how it was. I was just literally like focused on my job, and then that was it. I went home. I didn't have no issues. I wasn't in no drama, y'all. Nothing crazy happened to me. I would go in every day, do my job, and go home. So that's my experience, y'all. Some pros of Amazon, y'all, is the app. The app is called A to Z. On your day one, I believe, on your day one, you're gonna get all that information. They're gonna give you your login ID. You're gonna download the app and do all of that stuff on day one, y'all. But literally, on the A to Z app, you can do everything. You can take off from work, you can add shifts, you can quit. Like, it's you literally can see and do everything from that A to Z app, y'all. So I love that. I quit through the app, and I ain't see nobody. I ain't have to go see nobody. I didn't have to put in a 2-week notice. It's nice if you do, of course, but I didn't put in a 2-week notice. I put in like a week notice maybe. Another pro, y'all, would be the fact that you don't have to do an interview. Like, it's like Amazon is such an easy job to get. Who wants to go through the interview process? Like, who really wants to sit there and go through the interview process? It's literally an easy job. You can pass a background check, drug test, boom, you in there. Another pro, y'all, is Amazon have some really great benefits. And I'm kind of mad at myself because when I was working at y'all, I didn't even use some of my benefits. One being education benefits. they will pay for your tuition and fees and books. Like, I didn't even know that, and I was in school. Like, I was utilizing my GI Bill, which is like my military education benefits, and I could have been saving them and holding them and just using Amazon education benefits. So this time around, when I start working there, I am definitely going to be using Amazon benefits for sure, because they can pay for your school. They're going to pay for your school, your books, and your fees. Baby, I'm doing that. The healthcare benefits, y'all. They have a lot of other things, but unless you like really like look into it, you probably won't know. Or even like when you working, like just read the boards and read stuff, like it'll be in there. So definitely, if you're working there, check out all of the benefits that are for you. Benefits for you. Like, check them out and utilize them. I guess a pro is that you pretty much stay busy for the most part. And let me tell y'all, at least at my facility, when it wasn't busy, they were like, who want a VTO, VTO, VTO? And y'all, VTO is voluntary time off. And we don't have a lot of work, and we just got too many people and ain't enough work. They were like, who want a VTO? And then you raise your hand, then you could go home early, and it don't count against you at all. You're not gonna get paid for the rest of that shift, of course, but like, you could just go home. And you don't have to use any of your personal time or your vacation time or your sick time or none of that. You can just go home. When I first started working, I never used VTO. Y'all, I feel like my first 3 months, I was like, no, I'm not using VTO. I'm gonna work. And I literally worked. But then after the holidays, when they really started slowing down, they like, VTO. I'm like, I'm out of here. Peace. See y'all later. Like, I was gone. So I'll definitely say take advantage of the VTO if they offer it to you, because it's gonna be times when you gonna be working. Sometimes they have the mandatory days, like when you have to work. Baby, take that VTO, that voluntary time off, and also use your personal time. Like, utilize that. It's there for a reason. Why not use it? Amazon has so many ways to take off and get time off. Another girl who I work with, she took off for like damn near a month, and I thought she was like had quit, but she was like, no, I just took some time off. So they have so many different ways to get time off, which I absolutely love. Even if you don't want to use your time, you can apply for other ways to get time off. Y'all are about to start working at Amazon. Make sure you know the benefits and what you can apply for and all that stuff, because it's literally so many opportunities and so many benefits for you. Another pro I would say too is, I know some people, I didn't have this type of shift, but I think they have what's called anytime shifts, where you pretty much pick your shifts, like what shifts you want to work, and you work on the days and shifts you want to work. Like, you're literally picking your whole schedule, you're designing your whole thing, which is pretty cool. Some of the cons, y'all, would be like, just come on now, you on your feet 10 hours a day. Like, that can really take a toll on your body. I would say at my facility, y'all, I worked with a mixture of people, old, really young, mid-age. I'm talking about, yo, it's some older people that I worked with. I'm telling you, they probably was like 70, and they was moving better than me. Every single day I worked with him, he was damn near running, and we used to have to tell him like, slow down, like calm down, but you bust your ass, like relax. But he was just so fast, and he used to be knocking out packages so quick, and I used to be like, yo, what you taking? Ain't no way you moving this damn fast. Like, how the hell you get 150 boxes out? But he was doing it, and I see why, because I watched him one day, he be going so damn fast, and he just be moving so fast. I'm like, yo, you got it, you win. Another comment would be the repetitive work. Like, you do the same thing every single day. Every single day. Like, with anybody, that shit can just become so boring. They're working in pack, you work like more independently for the most part. You can't talk for a long period of time working at Amazon, because it's gonna affect your rates, and then your manager or whoever gonna come up to you asking you questions and asking if you need help. Like I said, my facility, they wasn't too bad with it. They wasn't firing people for not making rates. So you won't get fired. Well, I don't know about y'all. At my facility, they weren't firing people. They do look and see when you come back from breaks, or when you away from your station or your screen for a long time. They will address that, because they never came up to me personally. But I ain't gonna lie, sometimes the little 15-minute breaks we had, I used to come back after 20 minutes. I'd be like, listen, I gotta walk to and from. That's 2.5 minutes there, 2.5 minutes back. So I'm gonna have a full 15 minutes from the time I sit down. That's when my 15 minutes start. I was definitely one of them people coming back 5 minutes late, and I did not give a shit. I was like, oh well, say 15-minute break. 15 minutes from where my ass sit on my brake seat. I guess depending on your facility, they may be hard on you about that. My facility, like I said, they weren't too bad. When it came to phones and stuff like that, they were serious. Like, they gave you the warning, because I know a few people that got fired. I saw them one day and I ain't seen them no more. And then somebody be like, yeah, they fired him because they caught him on his phone twice. Whatever. That's why I'm telling people, like, phone don't work, or the headphones. Like, you're not supposed to wear headphones in a warehouse facility because of safety, of course. But some people get caught, some people don't. I thought about it a lot of times. I was like, ooh, I'm just gonna put my hoodie on, boom, 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 and they won't know. But I was like, Sierra, just don't even risk it. Another con is I really think Amazon should play music throughout our shifts, like to give us some kind of energy to lively this shit up. Like, we are dying here. Damn, please. Help me, help us, turn on something. Like, dang. I'm sure there's a lot of the cons and pros I can name, but I'm not trying to make this video too long. But yeah, y'all, that was my overall experience working at Amazon. It was not too bad. The first 2 weeks, your feet is gonna hurt. Expect your feet to hurt, expect your body to be sore for at least the first month. I say your first 2 weeks, because I feel like after that, for me, I got used to it. This time around, y'all, I started working at Amazon again in 2 weeks. I don't mind pack, I don't mind pick, I don't mind stuff. I just do not want to go to the dock. And the only reason why I say that, because from the looks of it, y'all, it looked like dock we dealing with like big ass boxes and all of that type shit. And I ain't trying to do all of that. Like, I wanna do easy work and get paid and not be straining my back. Because one thing on Amazon, y'all, we all get paid the same. That's another thing. Let me tell you. So I remember after like 3 weeks, my manager, she was like, oh, you should be like a learning ambassador. Like, you don't think you want to be a learning ambassador? Those are the people who trained us, and you know, if you need help, they're there to help you and all of that. They're pretty much like assistants to the process assistants, which are assistants to the managers. It's fun. They trained us. I was like, oh, do they get paid more? She was like, well, no, they don't get paid. They don't get paid more, but it's good. It's good. It's a good position just in case you want to grow in the company. And I was like, girl, I was like, no, thank you. You think you about to work me extra and I'm gonna get paid the same? I don't want no extra responsibility. I don't want to train nobody. I don't want y'all to be calling me, doing all this. I don't want y'all to be expecting nothing extra out of me. Expect the minimum, because that's what you about to get. Only thing they got that we ain't have, y'all, was a blue vest with pockets. I would say for you guys who are working at Amazon or plan on working at Amazon, if you plan on staying there for a long time and you want to grow in the company, definitely become a learning ambassador, because that's going to already give you that edge up on everybody else, because you are kind of already in a leadership position. So when you go to apply for the next level, which is like a process assistant, and then of course after that a manager, that's going to look good. They're going to be like, oh, well, you were a learning ambassador. That's good. So you had a leadership experience, you know a little bit more than others. They know a good amount of information and they're a little more well-rounded. Definitely go for it for sure. I'm not trying to tell nobody not to do it. If you just working here for like a couple of months or whatever, I personally wouldn't, but do you, boo? If you guys have any more questions about Amazon, please comment them down below. I feel like I answered most of them in my last video in the comments, because a lot of y'all had a lot of questions. I was not expecting to get that many questions. I really wasn't. So I was like, oh shit, I should have just did a video answering all of those questions, but they kept coming like at different times. So if you have not watched that video, y'all, go check it out. I'm gonna have it linked down below. It's a day in the life of an Amazon packer, and then I also did my first day at Amazon video. So I'm gonna have them linked down below just in case you guys have not watched those. Y'all can go check them out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.